Hey, it is Cristi, and today I want to share how I have streamlined my content workflow by using Vizard to turn long-form videos into high-performing short clips. I have experimented with a massive stack of editing tools over the years, but lately I have found myself leaning heavily on Vizard to make consistent posting feel effortless rather than painful. In this walkthrough, I'm going to show you exactly how I take a full-length episode and spin it into multiple promotional clips, including the good, the tricky parts, and some practical tips to speed up your process. If you are familiar with tools like Descript or Camtasia, you know the traditional manual workflow of importing, transcribing, slicing, and individually designing templates for every single clip you need. While those tools are excellent for specific tasks like deep audio cleaning or heavy manual polish, they can become incredibly time-consuming when you are trying to scale dozens of short clips from long-form content. That is exactly where Vizard really shines, because it is built specifically to automatically identify viral potential within your footage and handle the heavy lifting of scheduling and publishing. First, I take my long recording, whether it is an interview or a podcast episode, and I upload it directly into the Vizard platform. The first magic trick is the auto-editing feature, where Vizard analyzes your video to find punchy lines and high-energy moments, saving you hours of manual scrubbing. Once those clips are generated, I typically follow two different paths depending on whether I need speed for daily posts or high-level customization for specific platforms. The fast path is perfect when you just need to accept the AI picks, fix a quick caption typo, and get the video out into the wild immediately. The custom path is where things get interesting, because I can go into an individual clip to fine-tune branding, adjust the aspect ratio, and perfect the visual composition. One of my favorite features is how Vizard remembers your branding settings, like your logo placement and color palette, across every clip you create. This saves a massive amount of time compared to old workflows where I had to manually copy and paste settings between dozens of separate files. When it comes to captions, the autosync is great, but I always suggest adding manual breaks in your transcription to create better visual emphasis for viewers scrolling on silent. For your thumbnails, pick a frame that captures the energy of the clip and add a hook text that is punchy enough to stop someone in their tracks. If you are a fan of that popular podcast audiogram aesthetic, you can easily add animated waveforms or lower thirds to your templates that Vizard will automatically apply to future exports. Scheduling is where this workflow really changes the game, as you can connect your social accounts and let the AI queue your content across your entire weekly calendar. The calendar view is actually a killer feature, allowing you to drag and drop items to different dates or edit captions specifically for each platform you are posting to. Now, to be completely transparent, tools like Descript are still my go-to for really granular transcript editing, and Premiere is better for complex, multi-layered visual effects. However, Vizard fills the massive gap for creators who need to repurpose one long asset into dozens of short, professional clips at an incredible scale. In my personal routine, I import the long file. Let the system digest the content, then spend my energy on the creative details like hooks and thumbnails. Do keep in mind that autopicks are not always perfect, so always take a moment to scan the batch to ensure the AI did not miss a specific setup or a key moment. When you are optimizing for specific platforms, remember that TikTok and Shorts thrive on vertical, high-energy clips, while Instagram feed content works best with square compositions. Once you have designed one clip perfectly with your brand colors and styles, let Vizard apply that template across the rest of your batch to maintain total visual consistency. After everything is published, always check your analytics to see which hooks actually performed well, and use that data to refine your next batch of edits. Ultimately, this workflow is not for everyone, but if you are trying to scale your content output without burning out, it is a tool that has become completely indispensable to me. It frees up so much time that I can actually focus on creating more episodes, rather than spending my entire day chopping up old footage. If you have questions about setting up your first template, choosing the right hooks, or integrating this with other software, please drop a comment below and let me know. I have plenty more deep dive videos coming on how I keep my posting rhythm steady, so make sure to subscribe and I will see you in the next one.